In this video, I want to show you exactly step by step how you're able to optimize your content creation process specifically for YouTube. As we all know, in the content game, consistency is key, and this is the process I've refined over the years to allow me to grow to over 11,000 followers on YouTube in just a short few months. So you want to listen very closely and follow every step of the way. Hey, what's up everyone? It's John Lee here, and I help thousands of real estate agents and entrepreneurs optimize their life and their content creation strategy to allow them to quadruple their income. So you've come to the right place for this specific video. Let's get into it. So the number one thing that you want to remember is playlists. Now, if you go to a YouTuber's page, you'll see that they have different video playlists, and it's important that you niche down initially because YouTube is based off Google, which is a search-based platform. It's one of the few platforms that you can actually search content on. So in order to maximize the amount of traffic that you drive to your YouTube channel and to give people an incentive to follow your channel, you want to niche down to maybe 3 main topics that you want to create content around. So for myself, I have part of a playlist where I go over tips and tricks to help real estate agents and entrepreneurs scale their content creation process, their real estate tips on how to maximize and strategize around their business. I have a multi-million-dollar home tour segment as well, and a segment for Tesla because I own a Tesla. Just got it earlier last year, and just something I do on the side for fun. But ideally, you want to find 3 playlists to curate your content around that are somewhat correlated with each other, so you can maximize the amount of attention and audience retention after they click on one video. You hope they click through your video playlist, maybe go check out a similar playlist on your YouTube channel, and hopefully they follow your channel. So a good way to kind of work through this is to YouTube, real estate agent. You can search up in different niches and kind of see what's working for these bigger influencers on the YouTube platform, what sort of playlists they're curating, and kind of create your content around that. The next thing we want to look at, so playlist is 3 related. The next thing we want to work with are titles. So there's a few ways to figure out what the title of the video topic you want to talk about in that specific niche. And I like the site called Answer the Public. Essentially what this does is if you type in certain keywords, it'll pull up a series of related questions that are commonly found relating to that topic. Who, what, when, where, why, how. For example, if you punch in real estate, when is the best time to buy real estate? How do you buy real estate? Things of that nature. I really like Answer the Public. Another thing you can do is just do a YouTube or a Google search. So for example, if you want to create content on maybe helping home buyers or home sellers in your area, you can search up key phrases such as how to buy a home in Vancouver. And that should populate some of the trending videos or blogs, articles that you can come across, which comes to my third point. Blogs and articles are a great resource for you to kind of pull inspiration and create content around. So after you narrow down on the specific playlist, the title of the video you're going to create, next thing you want to do is automatically put in 3 bullet points, 3 to 4. So 1, 2, 3. These bullet points will cover exactly what specific information you want to relay in this video. And it's very important that you have enough of an understanding of these topics before you kind of jump into creating content around it. So For example, for this video, how to batch content for YouTube, this will be part of my playlist to help real estate agents scale and optimize their content creation process. That's the playlist. The title of this video, how to batch content for YouTube in 2022. Now, the bullet points that I have are the ones that I've laid out in this video. So playlist, titles, bullet points, batch and record, outsource, optimize, repurpose. And I'm doing this, I'm free-flowing this, and what I realized is initially when I first started creating content, I would go very detailed. I would script it and refine the script and go every word through, and it just didn't feel organic. Number one, that was the biggest issue. And the second problem with that is I was so peculiar with everything to be like exactly the way it should be. And if there was an awkward pause or if I mispronounce the word, I have to go back and redo the whole thing. So it just took so much time to get a video out, and it's really important that you just put the content out there, right? And based off the feedback that you're getting from the public, you can refine your content creation process and you can narrow down on the type of content you want to put out based off the engagement and the stats that you can track. So just get it out there, right? That's the most important thing. And be authentic, be you, don't script it word by word. Write out the bullet points, and based off the bullet points, have certain key phrases that you want to talk about in each bullet point that relates to the title of the video, that relates to the playlist. Keep it simple. Now, once you have this process refined, next thing that you want to do is you want to batch your scripts that you have and record it all at once. And this is to optimize the time. So twice a week, 3 hours in the morning, I would set aside specific time to batch record the videos like I'm doing right now and just hammer them out, because to me, I find this the most efficient way for me to kind of go through the content creation process. And now I have enough raw footages for me to then edit and repurpose. We'll talk about that later. But ideally work backwards, figure out, how many videos you want to make a month and kind of work backwards. So, if you want to make 8 videos a month, that would be 2 videos per week. And essentially, if you batch this process, it might take you 3 hours to do a week to create 8 videos or whatever it may be, right? As you refine the process and you kind of get the hang of it, it will be quicker and quicker, I promise you. But at the start, just make sure you have some sort of a consistent system that you follow through with the scripting of the video, with the brainstorming of what content to create, with the filming, recording, with the editing. Just want to streamline everything and make sure you block off time, so you make sure you do it until it becomes second nature. And once you get the hang of this process, the next thing you want to do is to outsource. So this is very important because you only have so much time in a day. And what you'll soon realize is you're going to consumed by these minute tasks that take up a lot of time that aren't actually really increasing your bottom line, your revenue. So if that's the case, we want to outsource 2 main things: video editing as well as thumbnails. So what outsourcing does is it allows you the flexibility and the freedom to free up time so you can best allocate that time to growing your business. And you can offset your time, which is your most valuable asset, to someone else that is an expert in their respectable field. So, for example, a video editor or a thumbnail creator, that's their jam. That's what they're good at. It's not what they're good at. They're probably way more efficient and way better at what they do than if you were to go through a process to create something like that yourself, right? So some of the resources that I recommend You can go to Upwork or Fiverr to really find these talented virtual assistants, or even if you know someone locally, tap into your sphere, maybe make a post on your story, and just kind of see what sort of individuals in your network would reach out to you. You might be surprised, you might be able to find great talent in your sphere that can help you out locally, which is best. And if not, or if you have a tighter budget to work with, virtual assistants are great. The only thing is you got to factor in time difference, as well as there might be a little bit of communication barrier if the other party is not a fluent or native English speaking individual. But you can make do with that. The next step after you do that is you want to optimize the video. So my favorite tool for this is vidIQ. And the reason I love vidIQ is it does an extremely amazing job at providing you with content ideas. It tells you exactly what tags you should use in order to get the most amount of reach for your video. And once I started using vidIQ, I have seen my customer retention as well as my views, just engagement, just go up through the roof. So I love vidIQ. And besides the tags, you also want to optimize your title of the video. You want to optimize your description of the video. It might be a good idea to have timestamps on your videos. Again, you just want to do everything you can to optimize all levels of the content you're putting out. So tags, title, description, timestamps, just makes the whole process a lot easier for your end consumer. If there are specific segments of the video they want to fast forward to, they have the option to do that. And that's always better for your consumer to do that than if they were to just click out of the video and not jump a few videos or a few seconds of the video to watch the segment that they're looking for. Now, once you get that done, the next and final step is to repurpose the content. So I love Gary Vee. If you don't know him, you should follow him. Gary Vee has this amazing PDF which outlines step by step how he's able to repurpose this is rarely well long form content into short form content. Now, primarily for YouTube, what you want to do is you want to chop up the clip of the long form into, let's say, 3 to 5 clips, and you want to post them on IG, Instagram, Reels. You want to post them on TikTok, and now you can even repost them on YouTube Shorts. To me, that's the best way to repurpose the content, is find short form nuggets from a longer form content that you have already created. And why I love IG Reels, why I love TikTok, why I love YouTube Shorts, again, with these platforms you have hashtags, which makes the video more searchable. With YouTube Shorts, it's built into Google, so they have inherently a search engine built into their system. And especially with these platforms, they want to push out these new features that they've just updated their platforms on. So for YouTube Shorts, and for Instagram, IG Reels, they're definitely going to want to accelerate the adoption of these new features on their platform. So in doing so, they are going to give you a little bit of a boost when you create content that is favorable to these new functions. TikTok is the OG of short form content, so that's why you definitely want to have exposure on there too. And besides that, yes, you can repurpose your long form content into written articles for LinkedIn or for Facebook posts, or you can even strip the audio and create a podcast around it. or even create like shorter form audio formats for people to like digest that information. Personally, it's just harder for me to get any reach with audio because there's no way you can search it, and it's really hard for someone to kind of casually browse through a podcast to like find certain information. For that reason, I tend to kind of stay away from that. And then writing longer form articles, writing is not my forte, and to me it takes a lot of time, so I just tend to avoid that altogether. But all in all, if you do follow these 7 steps and you go step by step and follow through, what you'll realize is you're going to realize that you're going to increase your engagement by a lot. You're going to increase your customer retention, and that's going to directly translate into you increasing your bottom line revenue, your income. So it's very important that you guys take this information to heart and you actually apply it. Let me know how this process goes for you. Thanks again for tuning in, and I really appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more awesome content just like this, and I'll see you guys in the next one.